there, friends. Today I'm doing a new band for the channel, not new to me, My Chemical Romance. And I'm right out the gate. I got a question that's probably gonna sound really stupid. They're emo, right? Like, here's the thing. I used to be way into emo music. Oh my gosh, like late middle school, early high school, like 9th, 10th grade. I was so deep into emo. Like a lot. But then I see these lists of emo bands and they don't make any sense to me. Like to me, emo was like, I would consider these guys emo. And like Further Seems Forever and Movie Life and Matchbook Romance and Dashboard Confessionals and things like that. And then I see these lists, maybe even Taking Back Sunday, I can put Taking Back Sunday on there, of like emo bands. And it just seems to be like if you wear like eye makeup, you're emo. Granted, I've heard like maybe 2 Panic at the Disco songs, so I can't really grade them. But like I never thought of Fall Out Boy as emo. That just seemed like pop punk. Or like Alkaline Trio, which I was a huge fan of, but I never considered them really emo. And then I saw some lists that were putting stuff like Weezer and Jimmy World on there. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are you talking about? It's really stupid. So it's like maybe a dumb question, but just some of these lists, because I'm like, they're emo, aren't they? And I looked them up, and it was just like these lists of emo bands were really, really throwing me, man. Good Charlotte, I can make, like, I was a big Good Charlotte fan back in the day. I could make an argument for either pop punk or emo, depending on the album. Anyway, all that to say, these guys, like, really hit just as I was leaving that phase. So I remember my buddy giving me, a burnt copy of their first album. The one that had, Vampires Will Never Hurt You on it. I can't remember what the album was called. And then, like, I'm Not Okay just hit. And then I just kind of ended up going off into like just more indie rock. So I never super got into them. Of their songs, I've heard a handful. I don't dislike them. I really like some of the songs I've heard. I know I've heard like obviously Vampires Will Never Hurt You and like I'm Not Okay, though I haven't seen any of the music videos. I did see the Helena music video because I remember the girl dancing in front of the grave. Which Helena's got this like, yeah, Helena's got a weird spell on me where it's like, sometimes in songs there's like a certain moment that weirdly like catches in my head, and it's like that sort of like people say it's like a little audio stim kind of thing, and for that it's when he's had the way he says goodnight, and that there's like a hitch when he says goodnight and it weirdly like catches in my brain. And obviously I've heard Welcome to the Black Parade. I've never seen the video. I've heard Teenagers, and well, there was one more that I really liked, Mama. And I think that's all the songs of theirs that I know. I know Gerard Way is Big Comic Book Geek. That's super cool. And I think I swear I don't know this song. I'm pretty sure I don't. Definitely based on the screenshot, I have not seen this video. But as I said, when these little, of my little spinner that I have that tells me what to react to, one of the little things just says retro fave, and when it lands on it, I just take maybe like, I randomize what year I'm gonna do, and then just like take a band I had heard at the time, and just maybe like watch a video I haven't seen of theirs, because I think this has been really fun to do, like what I did with the Butthole Surfers, or Incubus. So we're doing with this now, which is pretty cool, because I think, yeah, I'd seen Helena, and I don't remember if I saw the I'm Not Okay video. I forget. But I know people are ride or die for this band, man. People are obsessed. And like, I get it. I just like, it was hilarious. It really was funny. If they maybe came out 6 months before, like if they hit 6 months earlier, I would have been a super fan. It's just like, it's weird how things kind of catch you, especially in high school, where like you have all these sort of phases. Because I had just entered like Modest Mouse and Death Cab for Cutie, and nothing was gonna get me out of that. Those were like my two, and like the Unicorns, it was like kind of more like indie weird rock, and I didn't care about anything else. Death Cab was another thing they were calling emo. Like, what are we talking about? Yeah, it sounds kind of sad, but like, I don't know, I think emo is more just like about like, it's kind of bummer music, which is great, and I love it. But anyway, all that to say, let's do this. I know I babbled a bit, as I always do. I'm gonna start from now on putting when the reaction starts in the comments, just to kind of save people from skipping my babble if you wish to. But yeah, let's go.
Check.
sorry. That, like, everything looks really I love the kind of filter they have on the or just, I guess it's the, yeah, I guess the filter sort of that makes things look a little bit like sepia toned, kind of looks a little more vintage. I really like that. Though I feel like a lot of music videos at this time were kind of using that. I feel like a lot of music videos looked a bit like this. But it really works for the time period they're going for. And he looks great. He's got this almost with the hair, almost kind of like very, very young Elvis vibe. But that that song obviously just does not match the visuals, and it just caught me off guard, even though I know what they sound like. Was kind of funny. You're just like, oh, okay. bit of a trip. So we're going for, I assume they're maybe about to go to war or just came back. I don't know. Still, they all look great. I never said I'd lie and wait forever. If I knew we'd be together, I can't always just forget her. But she could try. Do they normally? That's so many guitars. That just feels like too many guitars. I know it's not, but like it's just a trip. That's too many guitars. Why do you have that many? I'm sorry. Just caught me off guard. It looks weird. Sorry. Too many. But she could try. Okay, so we're very clearly going for, I mean, because I talk about film on here, the obvious film you would think about right there would be Saving Private Ryan, which I've only seen once. I was a big fan of Band of Brothers, which is by the same people. Band of Brothers was like, I went through a big Band of Brothers phase. It's really, really good. Book's great too. But yeah, I mean, that image of storming the beach, it's been immortalized in ever so many movies. They're usually pretty bloody, and for a reason. Interesting choice for this video. I'm listening to the lyrics. I'm trying to find a connection. It sounds like, at first I thought it was a breakup thing, and then it seems to be more about losing a loved one, which I suppose could be related to war. That, or like they just kind of wanted to go with an interesting concept. It's hard to tell since I've never seen, except for Helena, one of their videos. I don't know how much they really like to match what they're singing about to the thing, or they just like to kind of pick a story for fun and go with it. But I don't know. As I said, it looks, clearly this thing had a budget, so it looks really good. It looks very, very good. Fucking love that. I love that. Of course I do. You see that again. Oh, love it. Sorry, I'm a sucker for a good transition. And that's a good one. Oh, yeah, so all of them dancing, kind of that they going away clearly like two people who were in love, and then just like having that memory or that piece just completely destroyed by you know, the stress and the carnage and the horrors of war. Ooh, it's good. It's pretty good, guys. Dang, sorry that caught me off guard, man. I dig that. Oh, ah! Kind of doing a whole They're doing their own little mini war movie. Now, going to the lyrics, I think it's the whole never coming home, could I, should I? That's interesting to me because I feel like it works on two levels, because there's the whole thing of like, clearly this person that they deeply care about passed away. It sounds like it's a female. So it wouldn't be in this, maybe in this case it's their like war comrades, but in the case of the lyrics it's a female. And unclear if it's maybe like a lover or maybe a family member or just a close friend, who knows, someone they deeply care about. And the whole idea of like, I can't remember the exact line, it was at the beginning, but basically if I died, I could be with you forever. And then it's the, you're never coming home, could I, should I, which is the question of like, is it him going, could I, should I die, and then I get to be with you? Or in the case, especially something like this, where it's like, if we're matching it to the story of being at war and seeing your friends die and they're not coming home, and then could I, should I, is and like, do I have a right to be able to make it if these people didn't? So it's interesting because it's a question. It's the like to be or not to be thing. It's like, are they asking if they should die, or are they asking if they have a right to keep living? It's really interesting. I like that a lot. I assume that's what they're going for anyway. I like that. Their voices do sound good. I mean, it's definitely a certain vibe, but I like it. And they're just like full of their. I wonder how much this video costs, because like it feels like it'd be pricey. Then again, they were pretty big at the time. I think this was this like the third? Was this the third single off that album? There was I'm Not Okay, and then I think Elena was next. And then maybe it was this. I don't know their albums enough. I don't even remember if Black Parade was on this one. I don't know. Why am I pausing as if I'm gonna remember? I don't know the information. There's nothing to recall. I never knew it to begin with. I do that sometimes where I'll pause as if I can magically make information come out of thin air. I can't. I'm not that good. Sorry.
If I fall.
Well, I really like the effect there. Yeah, that kind of like makes it look streaked. It almost looks like the losing his friend in this moment is like kind of ripping apart this memory, this like last memory they had together of them playing together. That's cool. I like that. Sorry, I don't know their names. Yeah, so it's like all the pain he's going through in this moment are almost kind of invading his memories, as like the kind of the one that was just him like having fun earlier at the bar is now screaming like the one currently is. It's kind of tainting his memories. It's so sad. Got a little acting there from Mr. Gerard Way. You love to see it. I love to see it. I'm sorry, he's the only one whose name I remember. Just because it was like probably drilled in my brain from somebody. That was really good. That was not what I was expecting. But it looked gorgeous. My goodness. It's funny, I've been watching a lot of like, kind of more indie artists, so while the visuals are incredibly interesting, they're not that like highly produced. So that was very like, oh my gosh, except maybe Gaga. My Gaga videos are those videos are pretty highly produced. Yeah, that was really interesting. I like that. If there are any other My Chemical Romance videos I should check out, please let me know, because that was cool. So there you go. That was my first foray into them. super interesting, and it is again funny. I feel like we just sort of passed like ships in the night. We were like, oh, I almost became a big fan. There we go. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. See you later.